Heidi-ho, my peeps. It is that time again. Yep, a Goober versus Guru masking video. Please check out Cynthia's video for today. She uploaded before I did, so you've probably seen her already. I'm scrambling hard to get everything done. So, in between paying for my kids' textbook online and helping my other friend Margie shovel alpaca poo and taking my mother up to the village to get some lunch, in between all of that, I am going to do this mask, and I've been looking forward to it because I need a little bit of, time to just chill. But before I just chill, I want to show you something. I made a bracelet. That's what I've been doing with the little beads I've been making. So I made this kind of boho funkadelic bracelet. And I will insert a picture so you can see it a little bit better here. Okay. So anyhow, I had to do something creative. I'm going to hold this up and let you see it a little bit better. Put my mask down. It's just it's multi mixed media with lots of stones. I used a lot of the copper wire that I love so much. And these are soda bottle beads, the ones that are inside these copper frames. So, and then, yeah. So anyhow, that's my bracelet for today. So, I'm going to do several of those for the show on the 15th. I've got a yawn. Excuse me. Oh God. Okay. I have been rode hard and put up wet by life this summer. But I'll tell you about what my latest revelation about that in a second. But first I want to tell you what I'm using. I'm using the Collagen Lifting Advanced Facial Mask by Leaders X Solution. It says skin tightening, helps reduce wrinkles. Then it's got all these quasi-scientific graphs and stuff. And this little graph says elasticity decline 100%, skin dryness 75%, skin radius about 1/3. So look, boy, it is going to prove to you that it does stuff. And it's got this picture with these like arrows that suggest lifting. Then on the back it says the same thing, lifting advance. I just love the syringe full of collagen. Now that's what I really need. I really need several syringes of collagen. That would actually do the trick. So, and then a bunch of quasi. Oh, I just love it. They give you the molecular structure of something right there. Oh, that's funny. How to use, but they don't have it in English, but they do have it in pictures. So they show you how to use it in pictures and they tell you in Korean. So anyhow, that's the story of the mask. So I'm going to open it, and it is of course a sheet mask. Don't think I'm talking about beauty today. I think I am, I just love how gooey these things are when you take them out. I'm going to talk about other stuff. So, several other things that are sort of disjointed. The first thing is, Margie came over. She came up on the porch. She was going in to say hi to my mom. And I said, oh, you got to take a look at this bracelet I made. And she said, Cheryl, she said, that is one of the things I love about you. You take the time to live your life. And I said, what do you mean by that? And she said, well, you've got all this work you got to do. You've been working your ass off all summer. You're just about put yourself in the hospital doing it because I'm in a lot of pain right now. And she said, but you still took the time to do something crafty to kind of feed your soul. And I said, well, I would love to make that all like a wonderful thing, but really what I'm doing is feeling like I'm under the gun because I have to, oh, I love the way this smells. I have to get this crap ready for this show that's going to happen on the 15th. So I got to be done by about the 13th so I can sort of plan my booth and get all of my, you know, props out and get everything ready to take over there. So as much as I would like to say I was feeding my soul by making this this bracelet, I was really just doing another thing that I'm sort of under the gun to do. So, but it still it felt good. Oh man, there's a lot of extra goo. A lot of extra goo in here. Oh God. Feels so good. Here, lift my boobs while you're at it. Yeah. Which got me to thinking about, you know, what she was really saying, essentially, was balance is everything. If all you do is work or worry or care for someone, whatever it is that's taking you outside of yourself, and you don't balance that with downtime, alone time, me time, a little bit of selfishness, some crafting, visiting a friend, you know, that sort of thing. If you can't balance, it really does screw with your head and your body. I have managed to balance pretty well this summer. For as much as I like to whine about how tired I am and how much work I have to do, I have managed along the line to take time out to do other things. Super important. However, even with that, here it is almost the 1st of October, and I've had to accept a few things. I've had to accept, early on I accepted that my room that I'm working on, my pantry craft area, is not going to be perfect. And by perfect I mean it's not going to look like a magazine. It's not going to look like all the pictures that I've collected over the years and put up on my inspiration board. And I've decided, oh, okay, I want this wall board. I want to paint the trim this color. I want to make curtains like this. I want to build in shelves that look like this. Blah, blah, blah. It's not going to look like that. It's going to come a little close because I've been sort of collecting things over the years. So I have stuff in my building material collection and all of that that once put together kind of reflects what I wanted to do, but I don't have the money, number one, or the time, number two, to complete my project before winter to perfection. So I had to accept that early on, and I did, and I'm glad, because as time is going on, I'm having to make more and more concessions to perfection. My latest big concession is to the scope of my goal. I mean, the scope of my goal included clean and organize the room that I keep showing you guys, do the animal shed over there. It has to be cleaned out, animal stuff put in there. I need to do the purple shed, and the purple shed is where I keep all of my garden stuff, seeds, tools, all of that sort of stuff. The big blue container and the big brown container. Not going to happen. We've got rain coming next week, 25% on 2 days next week, and then it looks like a storm is heading in our direction. Looks like a storm will be here around the 9th. And it could be 3 days. So if those weather conditions develop, that will stop me in my tracks. Now, there's a possibility that they won't develop and that that won't happen, and I will continue plodding along. But because they might, that means anything that is critical about moving stuff out of the weather, any of those jobs have to be completed this week. So that means I can't do the jobs perfectly. That means I can't take my time and really arrange where I want stuff and really think about what am I going to use next, and, you know, change over into better packaging, all that stuff that you do when you really clean something. Not going to have the time. I'm going to have the time to yank everything out of just one container. Yank it all out, put it in piles, slap it back up on dirty, basically. I mean, I wipe stuff off, but, you know, boxes are breaking and stuff, and I'm not going to have time to repack everything. Slap it all back in there and kind of sort of know what I've got and where it is. Which means I will be doing this again in the spring. I will be unloading these storages in the spring. Oh, and when I say the container, it's 9 feet high, 8 feet wide, and 40 feet long, and full of stuff. And I have 3 of those. I have 2 here on my property, and I have 1 up at my rental. And the one at the rental is actually 45 feet long. So that's a lot of work. But I'm staying fluid. I'm light on my feet. I can make changes and I can make concessions on the go. I get a little bit down and a little bit grumpy, and I might scream and yell at Grant a little bit, but that passes, and I'm back to, floating like a butterfly and stinging like a bee through the rest of this whole thing. So all of that rambling is simply to say that balance, the ability to adapt to new realities, not beating yourself up if you can't do it perfect, or at least you can't do it perfect the first time, not throwing in the towel and saying, well, I'm just going to pick up my ball and go home if I can't have it my way. All of that is stuff I'm really having to apply right now. And I'm not good at that. I am not, because I'm kind of selfish, kind of self-centered. I'm kind of a perfectionist, believe it or not. I know you look at my place and you say, you're a bloody mess, Cheryl. But when I do the thing that I say I'm going to do, I do that thing with a fine-tooth comb. It's like meth heads taught me how to clean or something. Out comes the toothbrush and those baseboards get scrubbed. That's how I do it when I do it. It's kind of an all or nothing. Well, I'm having to learn that all or nothing is not the best way for me to function. I have to get that balance. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about today is balance. And outside of the fact that my body's kind of falling apart, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Pretty good. Body falling apart means that I've got arthritis going in this hand right here. Joint is swollen, hurts. This hand hurts a little bit, but it's mostly my elbow. It's hard for me to extend my arm all the way. I've got a lot of pain in this forearm muscle here, my lifting muscle. Feet hurt. Knees are creaky. Tired. I'm getting a little worn out. But that's all right. I have enough stamina and strength to get through this. I know I do. So I've been yapping now for 13 minutes, and that means this has been done for 3 minutes. Well, maybe not. Maybe about 10 minutes. I'm going to peel it off, and I'm going to do a sniffy. First thing I think of is clean, 100% cotton, 800 thread count white sheets that you've just brought in off the line on a half cloudy, half sunny day that was warm enough and breezy enough that they dried quickly, and the wind is whipping them around so they didn't dry stiff. So they're nice and soft when you take them off the line, and that doesn't happen very often. That's a very unique kind of day. But, yep, smells like that day. Oh, smells like that day. Smells like the promise of a lovely afternoon, an early, easy, tasty dinner, a nice bath, and finally slip in between those sheets. kind of early-ish, maybe around 9, maybe 7, maybe 8:50 to 9:15. I mean early to bed. And oh man, when you slide between those sheets that you just took off the line that day that are smelling like sunshine and freedom, and you lay back and you stretch and you wiggle your toes and you wiggle, ouch, 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 your arms. And you're perfectly positioned on your pillow and nothing hurts. And then you have to go pee. That's what this smells like. So, as far as how it feels, just feels like a good sheet mask, like they all feel. They all feel the same. They all feel wonderful. A little stickier than some of them. It had more essence in it, in the package, which is cool. I love putting it on my eyes. It's so soothing. I love this essence stuff. So yeah, there we go. That is my masking video and what it is too. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.